Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Live Pod. Today we have on Hisham Omran, owner, CEO and founder of Into Performance Gym in Noble Park, one of the best facilities in Melbourne, if not Australia.
If not the world.
Thank you very much for joining us today. What an amazing facility you have grown from literally nothing. So thank you very much for being here with us today, man.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it.
I think it's a pleasure to have you today because Karim and I both obviously from the area of Dandenong. We've, I guess, somewhat been a part of your journey of growth as well. We were there with the original gym before you had this new facility that you have now. The equipment changed, the growth of the team, the growth of the actual overall gym and facility as well. It's just been fantastic to see. I think I felt a part of it, which is
honestly, like seeing you go from the one next to the station.
Oh, you guys remember that?
Yes, yes.
That's good.
Then from the station, then to
Other side of the station.
correct.
Yep.
And then it was into fitness, and then it just grew.
which is Princess Highway.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then it just
Yeah.
grew and grew and grew. But before we get into that, I feel like your name itself, like not a lot of people know that you're the man behind this. So
Correct.
fill the people in. Who are you? Where did you come from? How did you come about this? You know, who is Hisham Omran?
That's a good question. Yes, I was born in Ceylon. Now it's called Sri Lanka. So I came here, I think mid-90s as a student when I was late teen. So
So it's still in high school?
no, TAFE. I came here to study.
Yep.
Yeah.
What did you want to study at that time?
I was studying marketing, business and marketing.
Oh, okay. You've done a
Yeah.
very good job at that.
But I didn't do well. You know, I'm not an academic person, not book guy. So, but since young, I was into martial arts and fighting game and always into fitness, health and fitness. So from young, 6 years, I started my, karate career. And
Yep.
Yeah. So then,
Sorry to cut you off, did you end up doing did you compete ever? Did you get a
I
black belt?
compete. I compete internationally.
Wow.
Yeah. So fought in Japan and a lot of
Holy
places.
crap, well done.
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
amazing.
So then I came here as a student. Then it was a tough time in mid-90s. And so always my passion is fitness, health and fitness. My dream is to have a huge gym with everything, So I started my fitness career after my, parallelly with my fighting career. I started a kickboxing gym in Coburg.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
other side of the
Other side of the city.
Were
I used to
you-
live there. I used to live there.
Yep.
Then
And
happened?
what was that called?
No name, just a kickboxing. Just we used to,
Boxing Coburg.
still, the buildings there. I drive past every,
Wow, that would bring back some amazing memories.
Yeah,
Think about
yeah.
I started here and now this is where I'm at.
Exactly. So then I used to run the kickboxing programs and stuff like that. I used to train some top level kickboxers, like, best names in Australia, like Gurkhan Khan. And
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of the big names. And, I used to work for Tariq Solak, one of the biggest promoter in Australia.
Wow.
Then I learned a lot of business through my family, same time with Tariq as well, how to run business in Australia. Then I opened up my small PT studio at my garage.
Wow.
Yeah, so with few equipments, few pieces of, dumbbells and, treadmills and stuff. Then slowly built up my client base. And those days in late 90s, anybody did functional training, everybody conventional training. So I started implementing a lot of these functional models, different training methods and stuff like that. A lot of people loved it. And a lot of athletes used to come from all over Melbourne. Then slowly build up. Then I worked in Dandenong Genesis. You guys remember this gym or not?
Yes,
Yeah,
Genesis,
yeah.
yep.
So I worked there. Then I met a guy called Iyad. He's the owner of Next Level now. Next Level, myself and him opened up in Noble Park. The Next Level, I came up with that name.
Mm-hmm.
So we built that model. And so our concepts, two different concepts. He's more into bodybuilding. I'm more into functional athletic performance, those kind of training system. Then, so I sold the gym to him and opened another gym, other side of the station, that's called Into Fitness.
Yes. So where did that name come from? Why Into? Why not Omran or whatever it might be? Like why?
Into is I wanted to branch my business into different models. Do you know what I'm saying? So I had that time into performance.
So that was initially from the start. So where you're at now was already sort of the plan.
Yes.
So Wow, there you go. From day one, he's like, I want to expand, I want to grow this, do all different types. And now the motto you guys have in the gym
Yeah,
perfectly aligns with that. It says elite training for everyone.
that's correct.
That's perfect.
High
That's correct.
performance, high quality,
That's it.
an amazing facility.
Yeah. So goes as into performance, into fitness, into well-being, into human science, into
Wow.
recovery, into combat. So all these small components connect together.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not final product yet, so it's still evolving.
Always.
Yes.
And that, you have to be like that in business. If I've heard this saying a while ago, and they say if you're not going forward,
Yeah.
you're going backwards.
Exactly.
You can't in business. You can't stay in the same spot.
Exactly.
You have to keep going up, or you're going down, and that's
Exactly.
it.
That's what we did. You know, like, so I did the back end long time ago because my mind already designed, I already thought that my model has to be like this. So all this Prime and Atlantis, all this gym equipment distributorship, I planned it way long ago to get that, under my wings, because then I have the monopoly of the industry.
Yeah,
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Not everyone can get that.
Exactly. So I'll get back to that later on, how I got that into different business model. But the into performance model, it's evolving every day. So we will, move into recovery, which is into well-being part will come in future. That our cafe into image will come. Our barber shop and beauty salon and all that models. So it's like a one spot.
Well, one-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
And if you think about it, like you said, it really does entail everything. So if you want to look good, feel good, skincare, recovery, jiu-jitsu, martial arts, training, function, like anything you can think of to be healthy
Yeah,
and make yourself feel good and look good is going to be in this one stop.
that's correct. That's correct.
And that now the name really is going to make a lot more sense to people, like into whatever, like
Yeah.
into anything health and well-being.
Exactly.
Feels like you're creating an enterprise.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly
yeah,
what it is,
yeah.
really.
Even we have a model called Into Human Science, which is high performance athletes can come and screen their performance. That's not plugged in yet, but it will come in future, which is we'll have a lab full of, like a
Data, research, blood work, everything.
everything.
Wow.
Wow.
And you, obviously, it's probably going to be hard, but it's like, do you want to keep that there as well? Or so obviously,
We want to expand.
Yes.
We want to expand. This is just a blueprint. We just trial and error, getting the model correct. So
I don't think there's been many errors. Or has there been lots of errors? Tell us about that, So right now we're talking about all the good things that have happened.
yeah.
How about, what are the things that have gone wrong or things that have happened that's, you've hit a roadblock? Because that happens in business and it's normal.
Definitely. Yeah.
Failure is a part of it.
It would have been challenging coming to the country, like you said, with, what was it, $400 in your account?
Oh, 100%.
Run us through that. How was that?
Yeah, so how did you go from that? What was your first job and how did you sort of...
I did everything, so I came to Australia like a student, so I didn't have much funds. So, I had only $400 in my pocket. So I had to do from the day one some, cleaning work to everything. But lucky enough, I came from a, fitness background. So I did personal training, other things to get by.
Yeah.
But my passion always in the fitness industry. And I got a business mind as well. So that's what most of the gym owners, they think about gyms, but I did other things as well. Like I have distribution rights of major equipments.
Yes.
Like it's like a Ferrari car yard, like a,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? So all the top level equipments I have under my wings. So
Yeah, so that's... A lot of people don't know it started as Into Equipment and now it's Performax.
that's Performance, yeah.
Yeah, a
Okay.
lot of people don't know that. So
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. You have distributing rights for Atlantis and...
I have around 7 to 8 brand, which is
but I feel like the main two that everybody wants is Prime and Atlantis.
that's correct.
They're the main
That's
two.
the main thing.
So like
Yeah.
most, just so everybody knows, most gyms usually use like hammer strength and stuff, which is not bad. But if you want things where you can change the levers, change where the tension is in an exercise, Prime and Atlantis are like the best.
Yeah.
And nobody literally out. There's maybe one or two people in Melbourne that can get them, and you're one of them. So it's like if you're owning a gym and you want to get something like that, Hisham is literally the only person that can supply you with that.
That's correct. That's
Crazy.
correct.
That's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
And like we are moving into manufacturing as well. So
Yes.
our own Performax manufactured equipment will come on board soon.
Wow.
So we already designed few pieces, and I design my own equipments, a lot of the pieces. So it will come into market soon.
And that's good. We were having this conversation with one of our old guests, Jackson. He's just recently opened up his own gym as well. And it's so good when somebody who lives and breathes fitness and the gym
Yeah.
and they're designing things,
Yeah.
it works out so much better because you understand how you want the machine to work. How it's like you're not going to probably design who's going to make the scissors for the haircuts. It's like, no, it's like you need someone who's doing it, has done it, and knows what they want in the product to actually make the end product.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. So, but we, like I said, we're evolving in the fitness industry rapidly. You know, so probably in mid next year, we'll have our full range of performance model will come into market as well.
Wow.
Yes, all manufactured in US,
Oh, wow.
not in China.
Yeah.
The good thing is all our products come from North America or Europe. So nothing made in China. So our quality is very high level.
Where's
quality.
Prime made?
US.
US.
And Atlantis, Canada. Yes. So I started with Powerlift. That's my main company that I started early stage. Then it's the hardest company to get dealership to Australia. So then once I got that one, everybody wanted me.
Yeah.
You know, so it was easy to get other companies.
So it's interesting because from a front face, so many people, they come to the gym, they see the equipment, they don't think past that. They don't, they come, they train, they do their thing, they leave. Whereas you sound like you've actually set up this business monopoly, like behind the scenes where you're going to, the back end of what people don't see.
Yeah.
The distribution of gym equipment and having all of those contracts in place.
So it's like you've worked out how you want the business to look like from behind.
Yeah.
And it's like not by accident, but it's like these things are just coming as a byproduct of that work.
Correct.
It's just like when people run like Facebook ads, you do all the stuff on the back, and then all people see is just the ad come up on Facebook. You've done all the stuff on the back end, and nobody expects it. And as Michael was saying, it's like they just come in, this is a cool machine, it's a nice hack squat, but they don't see how hard it was to actually get that in that position. Like again, that's why you're maybe the only gym in Melbourne that has this type of equipment.
Yeah, true. I think, we are the only one in Australia, I think we have mix of high-end equipment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we handpick high-quality stuff. As you know, we don't have any Chinese-built machines there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good facility and good environment as well, so for training.
And that's another thing. We've said this in multiple episodes where it's like a gym needs to have obviously good equipment, but also a good environment. Because if the equipment is good, but the environment is shit, you can't train there.
Yeah.
It makes it so hard to train hard and see other people and encourage other people. So, and having that environment to push you forward, whether it be for business, whether it be for your own personal development and fitness goals, you need that environment.
True. Very true.
I was going to sort of say talking about competitors, but I was just sitting there and thinking now, you're a niche of a gym.
Yeah.
You're not a Snap Fitness. You're not a chain.
Yeah.
You are your own niche, if that makes sense. You're one big, amazing facility. I don't think you see that often in the state, let alone the country, where you've got such a good facility. And I guess, how do you compete? What are your thoughts against other gyms around Australia? Obviously, with the whole industry becoming so massive recently, and a lot of people, opening up their gyms and everything like that. What, from a business standpoint, what's your stance?
How do you continue to differentiate yourself to give yourself that competitive edge to keep moving forward? Because obviously there's many people that probably want to start a gym or anything in business. And we know you either need to have a cheaper price or your business model needs to be different in order to keep moving forward and succeeding in that industry.
Yeah, look, our DNA is like performance, so we stick to that DNA. So which is, our price point is bit expensive than other gyms. So,
you got the facility for
exactly.
it.
Yeah. And so it's purely high performance, so general public can train like a high performance facility. So athletes, so even AIS don't have what we have. Australian Institute of Sports, they don't have what we have. So athletes coming up from all over Victoria to train there. So it's our DNA is purely performance. So if tomorrow, Zumba makes $1 million, I'm not going to have Zumba in my gym. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the point of different, so we have DNA, we'll stick to that. So all the way.
And I think that's a big thing. A lot of people will move away from the why. Again, so many times you need to have your purpose of why you're doing something.
Yeah.
If you're going into the gym industry, everybody knows, the fitness industry, there's lots of money to be made. That's amazing. But I feel like you didn't go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to make lots and lots of money. You went in with a purpose and a dream and a vision. Go, I want it to look like this. I want it to be this much. I want it to have this equipment. Again, I want to build it exactly like this. And then the money just comes as a byproduct. It's natural.
100%.
It's not like I'm going to put this equipment so I can make money. It's like, I want this equipment because I want this to be the best gym there is.
Spot on. Yeah,
So a lot of people do that in reverse. They just try and chase the dollar figure.
Yeah,
And then they go into the ground. It can't work like that.
and a lot of people always sort of say if you do it for the money, you won't get it.
No.
You need to have a passion behind it and
Passion.
really understand that. I lost my train of thought. Never mind. I went blank.
Now, the thing is, like you said, it's important that we have to have a model set up properly, which is we don't chase the dollar. We chase our concept, which is
Vision.
Yeah. And as you know, if you walk into our gym, which is you will see the architectural design to everything.
And you've all designed. So a lot of people don't know that you designed the whole gym.
Exactly.
Everything. The lights.
Everything.
The
I love
walls.
it.
From the bricks and everything.
I love
It's
it.
very like Moroccan.
Yes,
Yeah. Moroccan
exactly, exactly. So I made it a Middle Eastern, even our heritage. You know, so that's so it's if you go to a restaurant, if the food is not good, you're not going to go there.
Yeah.
So same as a gym, the equipment has to be top notch.
Yeah, 100%.
Then the vibe.
Yeah.
So we got that
Vibe is such a big thing.
Exactly.
Such a big thing. It's like, even if, let's say, Snap Fitness had really good equipment, you still wouldn't go there because of the vibe shit. It's all these old people.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not.
You never catch me dead there.
Exactly. The music's probably not good.
Yeah.
So, you need to have that, like some people, that environment that pushes you to want to do better.
Yeah.
So I think that's so important.
And the other thing too is like people who, because obviously there's some people who like, oh, I'll just go to my local gym that's 2, 3, 5 minutes away from my home. I'm a person, I think Kareem's the exact same. Knowing the equipment you have, it's just like, all right, I'm going to drive an extra 10, 15 minutes to get to this facility because I know that the equipment's better and it'll be more beneficial for me at the end of the day for, based on the equipment.
I agree. Like most of our clients, they're 40 kilometers radius.
Yeah, wow.
Not 5 kilometers.
That's amazing.
So people are coming from Werribee, Essendon, so, like we are not just a 5 kilometers gym. Yeah. That's different.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
definitely, that's what I mean. You're a niche.
Yeah.
Like people travel to come to your facility.
Yeah. But definitely moving forward, we have other projects will come on board, which is we want to have 4 to 6 into performance around Victoria.
Yep.
Which is, like elite training for everyone. Then we want to have carry on.
With that, do you want to do it? Let's use Derrimut as the example. Do you want to do that in the sense of sort of they all look the exact same and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Look, Derrimut's a very successful model. He's doing very well. I had a meeting with him yesterday or day before yesterday. He's a good guy. So he's going to buy a lot of equipment from us.
Amazing.
So he's got a big vision, but his model is different than my model.
Yes.
So I'm purely performance.
Yeah, his scale. His is all at scale.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Volume. So then we want to have the most luxurious gym in Australia. It's called Into Performance Boutique, where luxury meets performance.
Wow.
So it's going to be one gym in every state, and it's valet parking, valet service. You will name it, we'll have everything.
Shit.
Yes. So.
Sorry, I just mute that. Sorry, continue. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going.
So are you going to add that to like the current, or is this a different model?
It's a different model. One gym in every state I want to have in a rich suburb, and it's going to be exclusive, only 1,000 members.
Yeah, that's not going to be Noble Park.
Not at all. Not at all.
With all due respect.
Some people say my gym is like a Turak gym in Noble Park.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's good. Like we're getting people from everywhere.
100%.
Yeah.
So how that sort of works? So again, what's the vision behind this? What made you want to go? You know what? I want people to come to a gym and have valet parking. Like what? I would never, in my eyes, sort of like what made you want to do that? Is it purely just for retention? Is it just purely for service? What was the reason behind that?
We want to put ourselves in the map, as leaders in the fitness industry. So there's a huge market in that.
There's a gap.
gap.
Big gap.
I just thought of that. Valet parking. Do you know that's fun.
That would be amazing because
many times, like-
especially at your gym, where it's like if you come at 5 or 6 o'clock, everyone's up. You can't park.
That's
you
true.
can't.
That's
so it's
true.
like go park my car. I'm gonna go train chest.
Exactly. There's a gym in London in Chelsea, it's called KX Fitness.
Bro, my brain just exploded.
I've been there. So that gym have a facility like that, just very luxurious, and they charge around £7,000 a year.
Holy shit.
And yeah,
Damn.
Pull out a loan for that.
exactly, exactly. But the worst side, is they don't have best equipments or training methods. So what I'm trying to combine the luxury and the training together.
Yeah.
So rich people need to train hard. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Very, very true.
Yeah. So I'm trying to combine this together. Only 1,000 members. Elite.
That's good. Cap membership.
Yeah. So it's going to happen. Probably.
Fantastic. It's very, very exciting.
Yeah.
And
Very
then
exciting.
And then the other thing is you want to do a shisha lounge in there as well.
No.
Not anymore?
No. I'll never want to do it. No.
I heard that. I wasn't sure how true that was.
No, that's not
People
true.
talk
No, people talk.
into shisha.
Into shisha. That's a good one, huh?
No, I think it's just because you had the couches set up at the front, and then people.
No, I'll never do that.
It's a bit.
No.
It's a bit.
Contradicts.
Yeah,
Health
exactly.
and- health and, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you ever want to do like supplements or anything like that?
Yeah, we want to get into supplement. I got the rights of 1 or 2 brands from England. So we'll launch it probably mid this year.
Yeah. And do you want to focus on anything particular? Is it just protein? Is it pre-workout?
We want to target like more high performance, like mostly rugby clubs and, like a high performance and cream of the, products.
Sounds like you've got your vision just spot on.
Yeah.
Where did going back to your vision and your
how did it
fitness,
come about?
How did it all come about?
Like,
where did you get the
did you
passion
just-
for the industry?
Did you wake up just one day and go, you know what, I just want this gym. It's going to look like this, and this. Or did it so build you? Did you go to different gyms and say, oh, I like this, and then I like this, and sort of put it all together? How did that come about?
I traveled a lot when I was in fighting career. I was traveling a lot with a lot of fighters. Yeah. Then I picked up a lot of things, like training with different people, different gyms and stuff.
Like Japan, you said you went
exactly.
to
I
Japan.
like a lot of places, and I thought, like there's a huge gap in the fitness industry, which is elite training. Like even you guys train like elite, but general public.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So this is important. Like now the internet, YouTube, everybody wants to train in, like an elite level of training. So, it's not like those days, like a personal trainer gives a program and they follow it. Not anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I came up with, this model, which is, like elite training for everybody, which is a unique facility with best equipment. So, and, it works very well.
That's amazing. And going back to Karim's question that he said before, I guess of the downfalls or the negatives or the struggles.
What are the bad things that have come across? Because it's good to celebrate the wins and see how a business model can work.
Yeah.
What are the things that you've gone through that you try and tell people to avoid, or how to avoid them, or how to move past these things?
Look, cash flow is one of the main thing in all business. It's like oxygen, So
especially in gyms, it can be a bit
exactly,
difficult. Yeah.
Exactly. So a lot of the gym owners will say cash money coming in is good, but it's not good. It's when you have money, you'll spend it. So it's the best thing is, consistent direct debit is, so we in the past, like when you think small and you think, okay, cash money is good, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? So when you grow, you need consistent
money
cash flow.
in versus money out.
Exactly.
And business is just money in.
Yeah.
Theoretically, because if you're making $5,000 a week, let's just say, but your expenses are 4,000, you're only making 1,000.
Exactly.
So it's all about money in, money out.
Exactly.
And how transactional that is. Like, can you minimize overhead, staff, wages, taxes, GST?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. But in terms of, like you said, direct debit and stuff, and we've seen that with like Troy Candy and subscription-based model, which is pretty much what direct debit is the easiest way to scale.
Yeah.
Because it's a low entry barrier, so low barrier to entry, so people can come in quick. And obviously at the gym, I'm sure you have different tiers. If you do 6 months, 12 months, the prices are going to change a little bit.
Yeah.
So they can choose how much they want to pay.
Yeah.
And then there's no cap on the scalability.
Exactly.
And would you do something like, I think Dermot does this, where if you sign up at one gym, you can train at another one?
Except that private one you're saying.
Yeah, that's it. That's, so that will be $250 a week. Elite training. So it's going to be an amazing model.
It's going to be crazy.
It's not going to be a normal model. It's going to be the best model in the world.
But even like you said, thinking about, I literally can't think of one gym. Some gyms have a bit of weights and like a little bit of boxing, but there's not one gym I can think that's got like kettlebells, powerlifting, CrossFit,
strong
gym.
man.
Yeah, like
everything, combat and cafe, barbershop. you name it, we'll have everything.
It's like people gonna get their haircut, train, kick back, have coffee.
Yeah.
And it's like you can spend the whole day there.
If I have space, I'll do a car wash. I'll have a laundromat. You name it, I'll have it. But because that makes people's life easier. You know what I'm saying?
One-stop shop, less friction.
Yeah.
Less friction. What else have you gone through that's been down? Did you ever go through a phase where like, oh, I shouldn't have done this, or this didn't work, or I should have listened to this person, or I lost a lot of money here? Did you like ever go to buy some equipment off someone and you got scammed or anything like that you can think of went sort of downhill before you had to bounce back?
Yeah, that's like the gym layout itself. Like
it's always changing.
Always change because we need to fine tune how it works for the members and how aesthetically look. As you guys know, you've been to my gym. Changed a lot
every week.
Yeah,
this guy's carrying machines everywhere.
Yeah. So now we fine tune it, and it works very well. So that's sometimes it's
So I guess customizing yourself to your. How do you base where you move the equipment? Is it based on the feedback from the people that train there? How is that done?
For me, it's because it's a showroom as well. So it's my brand.
Yeah.
So we need to keep the brands together.
Yeah, fair enough.
We tried that, body part together. It didn't work because we have so many brands, looks different.
Yeah, correct.
Aesthetically doesn't look good.
Correct. And now you've got the Prime,
Atlantis, Powerlift. So it's, and that's the way we are going.
Well, from a business standpoint, how important do you think it is to receive feedback, to get feedback on your service or product from your clientele?
It's very important.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people just keep pushing their product or service and never adapt or change to the market. And I feel like that's a big thing. What would you tell someone? What do you think is the best way to get feedback and how to approach that?
I think we need to speak to them. We need to, like you guys know, I always speak to our members and walk around and speak to them and trying to find their, feedbacks. That's very important. Mm-hmm. But a bigger scale, you can have, like social media and, like what do you call, asking, like a feedbacks box and stuff like that.
Fuck, what was I going to say? I think your secret is, and what you've done so well, and which is why your future will be so great, is you've created a brand, which is that Into logo. And that moving forward, especially with the gym, you're saying $250 a week, you're creating that attraction for people to actually want to pay that amount of money per week.
I think what Michael's trying to say, and this is something in any business model, people like to belong. People like being a part of something
community
exclusive.
Yeah.
So nobody goes, oh yeah, I train at Snap Fitness. It's like there's a million of them.
Yeah.
One at every corner. It doesn't matter. And even like, Derrimut, it's like, it's still nice, but it's like, again, they're still limited. They're not just like every corner. It's not, Anytime Fitness. So when someone says I train at Into, you think, oh, this person must take their training seriously. They're very committed. Wow, they must travel far because they really care. So people like to belong. So that's another thing where you can charge a higher price point because people want to be exclusive. People want to go on a wait list. Things like that.
Humans as well, where we're a funny creature. It's all about, if you release a gym now with $250 membership, it's just like, oh yeah, I train at that gym now at $250 a week. I get the premium.
It's an ego thing. We're humans. We like to show what we can.
Correct.
What we can
100%.
do.
That's true.
And
Very
I think,
true.
I think it'll really do well. And I think you'll, definitely from what you've built so far, it will do exceptionally.
Good. Yeah. I think, there's a gym in Doncaster. Have you been to?
Which one?
I think Next Gen.
Next Gen.
Yeah, it's a English chain. They have only 6 or 7 in Australia. They have a good facility, but they don't have good equipment to train. It's like a luxury retirement.
It's like a boutique.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but my idea is to combine the training and the facility together.
Yeah.
What I've seen lately, a lot of gyms focus too much on the aesthetic, but don't have any equipment. So, for an example, I've been to Halo Fitness in South Melbourne. The bathroom looks like a showroom. It's amazing. But the equipment, it's like there's like one bench press because it's very small. Like it's a boutique gym, but it's like I can't even train here. It's like I've got one bench press, one leg extension. It's like how am I going to do this properly?
I agree. I've been to that gym. A friend of mine owns that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, friend means I know him.
Bausch.
But the thing is,
Good.
the gym itself, it's very small.
Correct.
It's a boutique but small.
But even now, like a lot of gyms are just putting like, even my gym's done a little bit like they just put like nice lights and stuff. But it's like it doesn't change
in the bush. Yep.
Sorry.
Sorry, continue.
It doesn't change the actual facility itself. Like making it look pretty, yes, it helps the environment a little bit. But again, it's like if equipment's not there to help drive that elite level training, then you're missing that point, or your niche is not going to be there. Again, it really depends on what you're trying to do with the business.
Yeah.
If you're just doing it for money and you want to scale, then do 100 Snap Fitnesses.
Yeah.
But again, if you're really trying to facilitate elite level training for everyone, then you need to drive yourself in that direction.
I agree. Yeah.
Anything you want to add, Michael? Because I lost my train of thought again. I keep thinking of all these ideas I want to ask you, and then I go blank.
No, I think just, I guess on the whole, work ethic behind starting a gym. Like what's that like? Is it as easy as buying equipment, sitting a facility, and
initial capital,
like
borrowing capacity, things like that?
Look, initially, I'll take you through my journey, which is initially I did everything. I was a cleaner, I was the reception, I was everything.
I feel like it has to start like any startup, which is what we were. Like you start as everybody starts as like you have to play all roles until you have enough capital to pay everything out.
And then like from a standpoint of someone who trains in your gym, like you don't think of that. You don't sit there and think the owner of this gym used to clean, started small businesses for me to be doing an exercise right now on this equipment.
Yeah. Like people just rock up, they go, yep, membership, he's nice, amazing gym, let's train.
That's and again, it all comes back to gratefulness, I guess, and being humble and everything like that too.
And so when I started in Ian Street next to the station with other partner, both of us used to do the building work to cleaning and everything. We started with very low budget those days. I think late 90s we started, or early 2000, which is I think I had 50,000, he had 50,000. We got some equipment put together, and he come from a bodybuilding background, I come from a combat background. We did something. Then I sold the gym to him, and I opened the next one. We evolve step by step, and come to a point that we are now. Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that we've said a lot, but a lot of people need to take from that, and I want you to expand on this for me, is how much you need to reinvest into your business. A lot of people would have got that 50, run a gym, mad. Now we got memberships, start making money. But it's like you took, let's say 90% of profits and put it straight back in, bought more equipment, painted the walls, made it look better. And that's how a business actually grows and scales. If you're not reinvesting in, how's it going to grow?
Even now, look, I'm in a very comfortable, position now. Yeah. But still, we put every cent into the business. It's otherwise you're not going to grow.
Correct.
I always, every night I look into what are the new machines I can bring into Australia. What are the new things that we can, bring into Australia?
How can I be better? Have to have that mindset. If you're not, it's like, again, if you're not going forward, you're going backwards.
Exactly.
It's like, how are you going to, you have to progress. You have to progress. Because it takes something small to make you drop off from being the leader of the industry. So someone might get new equipment, or somebody might put nice lights. Yeah. And then it's like, they're slowly coming up the ladder. So you're going to make sure you're still 2 steps ahead.
100%.
One thing I want to just touch on before we wrap up, alongside business, all three of us in this room, I think are, we're all religious people. How does religion and all that stuff intertwine with success as well moving forward?
That's a good point. That's a very
all
good
praise to the Most High.
Look, I'm a Muslim, so, I have some certain principles that I can't do, which is I don't take interest. I don't have a bank loan. I never took any bank loan.
That's why I wanted to, I guess, bring it up, because I do know people who are on the same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to add to that, it's like, again, some people think, oh, this gym's really nice, or he's done this and he's done this, or he went on a holiday. He would have thought, he would have just got a loan, paid off the car, or, bought some equipment. But there you go.
No, we didn't have any, loans. We had some investors, and in the past we paid them off.
Yep.
And so that's how, we grew. I didn't have any cent taking from banks, and I don't even have a credit card. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, wow.
Yeah. So still, I have some moral values. Then I tick that. if like there are gyms, I'm not going to mention the names. It's pickup joint, so I won't have that in my gym. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why I guess I wanted to ask too, because you get that vibe from Into Performance. It's a
Yes.
very respectable
Exactly.
gym, and you feel it when you walk in.
Even our female members who come there to train, do you know what I'm saying? So it's not some other gyms just skimpy clothes and makeups, and it's not like that. So
Everybody's there to train.
you know what I'm saying? Even the guys who come there, it's amazing. They're very respectful. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So we trying to redefine fitness industry, because fitness industry became a pickup places. A lot
Correct.
of the gyms. You know what
It
I'm
has.
saying?
That's what it's turned
Yeah.
into. And
The,
a lot of
the
people
culture of
has
the culture
changed.
of the fitness industry,
Yeah.
especially now with social media, everything's sexualized. Everything's just about photos. It's like people are moving away from what it's about.
Yeah.
You either want to lift heavier, compete in bodybuilding, get healthier, lose weight. We're moving away from that, and everything's just about photos and videos and big glutes and just like all this like stuff away from what our goals are. It's like
Yeah.
people come to a gym, they like I said, they want to lose weight, they want to look good, they want to feel good. It's
Yeah.
not just about getting the pump and going home or trying to just chat to your friends. And even at your gym, you rarely see people sit for 5, 10, 15 minutes talking about nothing. Everyone's there to just do what they need to do.
People have, I think, moved away from the feel good of actually training and feeling good about themselves, and it's then turned to them, feeling good about how many likes or views they get on a video in that gym.
Yeah.
True.
So it's swapped.
Yeah, swapped a lot. Even if you see our aesthetic, we don't even have posters with half naked women or big bodybuilders or nothing, because we want to keep the classiest and the greatest architectural model with the best equipment. Do you know what I'm saying? So you train hard, but still it doesn't look like a hardcore metal gym.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I never put.
I've noticed the vibe of Into, especially as you walk in, is very calming.
Yeah.
It's so, I feel like I'm walking into like an Apple store. The soft lights, the music's playing soft, there's nice, cookies and stuff. Everything's just so calming and welcoming. It's not, and like even like the people at reception are nice and stuff. It's not just like, oh, yep, scan your tag,
No.
scan your
Yep.
tag, walk in.
Yeah, we want to follow that Apple standard. That's Apple standard and Lululemon service. I love Lululemon service. I always talk about when you go into Lululemon, the service is amazing.
That was my next question. What brands inspire you?
Look, Lululemon inspires a lot. They came from nothing, small yoga pants to one of the biggest
Shops in Chadstone, worldwide now,
they're multi-billion dollars company.
And I think something we've also said a few times, and you've shown this, is success leaves clues. So even if it's not in your industry, for example, Lululemon is still like fitness industry stuff, but you go, cool, what have they done really well that's helped their business grow? This person did this person did this brand did this. How can I channel that into my own business and my own industry to make my service or product elite and better? You didn't just go, oh, I'm just going to do this and whatever happens, happens. You go, cool, Lululemon did this, Apple does this, Microsoft does this. If I take this, and this, put it into my product, make sure the lighting's nice, service is good, then you're ticking all the boxes. If you're ticking all the boxes, Bausch expansion.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Like Lululemon, I go by a lot of, like even Boss store, the service.
Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss.
Yeah.
The service is amazing. So I always tell my staff, you need to know members by name.
Yes.
It's
Which
very
they
important.
do.
It's
They
very
don't
important.
walk in, hey, Michael, where are you going?
Yeah. So it's important.
Yeah, 100%.
It's the little things.
It's the little
Yeah.
things.
Little
Yeah.
things.
The human interaction. That's what,
Yeah.
again, we're humans. We like to
And that's-
belong. We like to know who people are.
It's part of the process of going to the gym.
It's
It is the
building that relationship. A lot of people, even on a like a hormonal level. So there's something called oxytocin, which is your trust hormone, and that's why it's something I learned in sales when I was working in retail. And they said you have to know people's name because it builds trust. And when someone trusts you, they're more likely to buy off you.
Yeah.
So obviously, like your service is already sold, but again, building that trust, building that relationship with a person is so important in business.
Very
It
important.
can't be transactional.
Yeah.
You need to know things about people, their pet's name, etc., things like that.
Have you been to Lululemon?
I've been to the store at Chadstone.
Okay. So if you go into their change room, you'll
Oh, I haven't tried.
the name before you even know, Mr. What's your surname?
Yeah.
Dal. Mr. Dal, your room's there, and you'll have a name tag there. So that's amazing.
Yeah,
how
really.
personalized.
Yeah.
So
Little things like that
Yeah.
that we don't even, we don't even get to even think about. Or even like, small gestures, like, it might be something like, I don't know, as an example, like on your birthday month or birthday week, you get 1 week of free membership or something like that. It's a very small amount, small cost. It doesn't put you out of pocket, but people appreciate it. They see that they're valued as a customer.
I think one more thing before we wrap up is what, I guess, for the audience, what do you contribute your success to? What are some tips that you have for people who want to sort of starting their own business and
what to look out for, and so what not to do and what to do?
Yeah.
Look, what in the any industry, there's a big vacuum, in like you introduce new things. Like that's what we did in the fitness industry. I'm the first one to have a 100 meters running track, indoor running track, a grass area. So you need to find, like I tell a lot of youth, there's cigar stores, hundreds of them. Open up a cigar store next to it, but open with a cinnamon flavor. So it's something different. Point of difference is very important.
Yes.
Very important. But you can compete with every other. So, there's Crunch Fitness around the corner. They charge $6 to $8, but it didn't affect us because the thing is point of difference big. You know what I'm saying? So if you go into a restaurant street, hundreds of restaurants there, but all restaurants are busy because everybody have their different niche. So that's what we need to look into, we need to introduce like our niche. So that's important.
And what would you tell people not to do, whether it be about investing, whether it be about money, things to avoid, mistakes that you've made that you wish, I wish somebody told me not to do this in business?
Burning cash flows easily, like you have to be very careful where to
Don't just spend it because money comes in, you want to spend it.
Exactly. Like look, a lot of some gym owners, if you need, yes, they are so wealthy, they'll drive a Ferrari and all these things, but I don't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like even though I can, but I don't.
Yep.
Why? Because I put into and I see the next project.
Yep.
What I can do next.
And then, but again, I understand that mindset. And then what you can think about is instead of buying a Ferrari, let's just say, maybe if I keep reinvesting in a couple of years, I can buy a Bugatti. Let's just say.
True.
So it's like
Very
you
true.
see the bigger picture as well.
Picture.
Yeah.
That's it. When you crawl, don't run.
Correct.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the main, learning curve in any business industry. Like don't burn cash flow and don't show off. Don't show off. Like some gym owners. I'm not bragging anybody. I wish them all the best. But they want to show off. It's not right. That's how I see it.
It's about ethics and moral at the end of the day. How you treat people, how you're viewed, how you're respected, how you respect people.
Exactly.
I think that's a great note to wrap up on. Hisham, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Amazing value. It's great to hear your story and I guess the man behind the brand.
What an enterprise.
An absolute enterprise. I'm so excited for the future of what you have.
Keen to see this barbershop finished.
Yeah, we waiting for the permits, council permits.
That's bloody council. Fucking council.
Especially Dandong councils.
Can't win.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hisham, thank you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
See you guys on the next episode and take care for now.
Thank
See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.